Darth, Theorist, rise.
What if the Jedi refused to join the Clone Wars? Let's explore the depths of it in the video. The Senate chamber is restless. Senators fill the floor, voices rising in arguments over the Separatist crisis. The battle on Geonosis has left no doubt. The Republic is at war. Chancellor Palpatine stands at his podium, his calm expression masking his urgency of the moment.
Delegates of the Republic, the Separatists will not relent. They march upon us with droid armies without conscience, without mercy. But we are not defenseless. By the wisdom of this Senate and the bravery of Master Yoda, we now command a grand army of the Republic. Yet, an army is only as strong as its leaders. The galaxy looks to the Jedi, guardians of peace for 1,000 generations, to lead our forces into battle.
The chamber erupts in applause. Some senators rise from their pods, shouting their agreement. Masamata pounds his staff for order, his booming voice echoing. Mace Windu, standing with Yoda and the other council members, waits for silence before stepping forward.
Without the Jedi, the Republic will crumble. They must guide us or we are lost. Chancellor, Senators, the Jedi swore an oath to protect peace and justice. We are not soldiers. If we become generals in your war, we betray everything the Jedi Order was built upon.
The chamber falls into shocked murmurs. Senators glance at one another, some outraged, others uncertain. Bail Organa leans forward on his pod, studying the Jedi closely.
Master Windu, none doubt the nobility of your order, but ideals alone cannot stop Separatist warships from raining fire upon our worlds. You must see the danger. Without your guidance, countless lives will be lost.
Much fear I sense in this chamber. But fight the Jedi will not, as generals of war. Protectors we are. To lead armies is to abandon the Jedi way. Down that path, darkness lies.
A wave of whispers spread through the chamber. Some senators voice open anger.
So the Jedi will hide while clones bleed for them.
They fear responsibility. They wish to preserve their own sanctity while others suffer.
The Jedi have defended this republic for centuries without seeking power or war. To demand that they lead armies is to demand that they abandon who they are. If this conflict is to be fought, then it must be fought by those who have chosen to fight.
The words divide the chamber further. Some senators applaud Padme's defense, others jeer. Mace Windu speaks again.
We will not abandon the people of the Republic. We will protect them. We will defend the innocent, but we will not lead your armies. That burden belongs to this Senate, and to the commanders you appoint. The Jedi are guardians of peace, not instruments of war.
The chamber erupts again, but the decision is clear. The Jedi have refused. Palpatine's expression never falters, though tension sharpens his features. He raises his hand for calm.
Very well. The Jedi will serve as guardians, as they always have. The Grand Army will be led by its own officers, chosen by this Senate. We will trust the wisdom of the Jedi to guide us in spirit, even if not in battle.
His words sound conciliatory, but behind his measured tone lies simmering rage. The following days are filled with hurried action. The Republic promotes clone commanders to lead legions and hastily commissions retired officers from across the core and midrim. Some take to their roles with competence, others prove reckless or indecisive. Within the Jedi Temple, the Council convenes. The chamber is somber.
Without our leadership, the Republic may falter. Entire systems could be lost.
If we lead, we cease to be Jedi. The Order becomes nothing more than another army. We risk losing everything we are sworn to protect.
The clones were bred for this war. They will fight with skill and loyalty. Our duty is to ensure that the Republic does not lose its soul while it fights.
The Republic will pay a heavy price, but compromise will destroy us faster than defeat.
I saw the cost on Geonosis. I fear what will come. But Master Windu is right. We cannot win by becoming soldiers.
We're throwing away the war. We have the skills to win. The skills no one else has. Every battle lost, every clone that dies, will be because we refuse to fight. It is our responsibility.
Our responsibility is to the living, not to the Senate's thirst for war. You think victory will bring peace? I assure you, it will not.
Costly this choice will be. But But true it is. Generals we are not. To the path of guardianship, hold fast we must.
The council sits silent. The decision is final. The war begins in earnest. The first year brings staggering losses. Separatist fleets tear through the Outer Rim defenses. Republic generals, brave but inexperienced, stumble into traps laid by Dooku and Grievous. Clone legions win hard-fought victories in some systems, but others collapse entirely. On the HoloNet, reports of battle losses dominate. Images of clone soldiers holding lines at dreadful cost flood into every home. Senators rage in the chamber, demanding the Jedi reconsider. Mas Amata, ever loyal to Palpatine, thunders in session.
The Jedi hide behind their code, while our armies die. They are cowards, cloaking their fear in words of principle. The Jedi did not ask for this war. They did not create the clone army. They did not choose to unleash this horror upon the galaxy. Yet still they protect our people wherever they can. We should respect their choice, not condemn it.
The chamber splits down the middle. Trust in the Jedi begins to fracture among politicians, even as ordinary citizens witness them saving lives directly. Inside Palpatine's office, the mask drops. His voice is sharp, his patience gone.
They deny me. They cling to their ancient dogma and ruin years of preparation. Without them leading the war, how will people come to hate them?
The Republic weakens by the day. Their fleets are broken. Their clones are loyal but misused. The Senate turns on itself. Our plan still succeeds.
Not enough. I need the Jedi discredited. I need the people to turn against them. Without that, I cannot finish what I began. They will pay for this defiance. One way or another, they will fall.
Republic admirals and clone commanders, some competent and others reckless, led the armies into chaos. The casualty lists grew at a staggering pace. Fleets lost, battalions decimated. Across the galaxy, citizens buried their dead and cursed the day war had come. From his command posts, Dooku sees victories within reach, only for Sidious's orders to restrain him. Each time the Republic staggers, his master demands patience. Frustration gnaws at him. Triumph is denied for reasons he could not name. The Jedi do not vanish. Obi-Wan carries refugees from burning cities. Plo Koon cuts through Separatist droid ships to clear escape routes. Anakin is assigned to protection and humanitarian duties, escorting convoys, evacuating settlements, standing watch while clone soldiers march to their deaths without him. At first, he bears it with pride. He saves families. He hears children cry in relief when his saber deflects blaster fire. Padme praises his courage. But as weeks turn into months, the gnawing sense of being wasted grows stronger. He tells himself he could end battles. He could end the war. Back on Coruscant, sympathetic senators meet with the Jedi Council. Bail Organa speaks first.
The galaxy sees what you are doing. The HoloNet shows Jedi saving civilians, not commanding slaughter. You may be resented in the Senate, but the people trust you.
The Senate will condemn us if it serves their ambition, but our path cannot be shaped by their politics. The Jedi must remain true to the Force.
The war is corrupting the Republic. Every day it drags us closer to something darker. If the Jedi remain outside its command, perhaps there is hope for peace when this ends.
Her words find weight among the council, who nod in agreement. Palpatine continues to praise them in public, but in private his fury simmers. His plan, built so carefully, is unraveling. The Jedi have refused the war, and in doing so, they have denied him the corruption he needs. Palpatine's office was quiet, save for the hum of Coruscant's traffic. The counselor leaned forward, voice soft, almost fatherly.
You're frustrated, Anakin. I can see it in your eyes. The Council keeps you idle while brave men die. How many systems must fall before they see you for what you are?
They say we're not meant to lead armies, that our duty is to protect, not command.
Noble words, but empty. Do you think Dooku spares a thought for philosophy? Do you think the Separatists will stop because the Jedi cling to codes? Power decides wars, Anakin, and you, more than any Jedi alive, have the power to end this one.
Anakin looks away, conflicted. He wants to believe his master, his council, his order, yet Palpatine's words fester, feeding the part of him that longs for purpose beyond escort missions and refugee camps. The year closes with heavy losses across the galaxy. Whole systems fall. Clones die in staggering numbers. The Republic bleeds, but whatever Jedi appear, they save lives, evacuations, negotiations, rescues. They are not generals, but guardians. Fleets of droid warships crush local defenses. Clones bred for obedience and sacrifice fill the void left by the Jedi's refusal to lead. They fight with valor, but without seasoned command. Their victories are narrow and their defeats catastrophic. Among the Jedi, the choice to remain guardians instead of generals defies every mission. While Republic admirals debate strategies in war rooms, Jedi Knights move through evacuation routes, shattered cities, and among the wounded and afraid. For Anakin Skywalker, the assignment is a prison. That night, in her apartment overlooking the endless lights of Coruscant, Padme finds him restless. He paces by the window, his silhouette dark against the city glow. They are already married, bound together in secret since the Battle of Geonosis.
Anakin, what is it?
Everywhere I go, I see destruction. I see clones dying by the thousands. In the Council, they won't let us fight where it matters.
Every life you save from the rebel matters more than 100 victories. Don't you see? The people remember who pulled them from the fire, who stood beside them in their worst moments. That's who you are.
Tell that to the soldiers dying without us.
If you throw yourself into war, you'll lose yourself. And I can't lose you.
The words stilled him, but only for a moment. Far across the galaxy in a darkened chamber on Sereno, Count Dooku listens to the hollow projection of his master. Palpatine's voice is smooth, commanding, but beneath it lurks a sharpness. Dooku inclines his head, though unease flickers in his eyes.
The Jedi weaken the Republic by their refusal. The Senate gnashes its teeth. The people will soon turn against them. Continue pressing the war, Lord Tyrannus. Drive the Republic to exhaustion. You promised me the Jedi would fall, that the Order would be broken under the weight of this war. Yet their stance has earned them something else entirely. Among civilians, they are seen as protectors, not condemned as warmongers. They have denied you, and still they are praised. They will not be praised for long. War is not won by sentiment, my apprentice. It is won by blood and exhaustion. The people will curse the Jedi when the cost grows too great. Or perhaps they will curse me. It is my fleets that burn their worlds, my droids that march into their cities. And yet the Jedi endure untarnished. Tell me, my master, is it truly the plan, or am I simply the scapegoat you offer, while you sit at the heart of the Republic, weaving its sympathy? Careful, Lord Tyrannus. You are my apprentice. That is enough. Do not mistake your role. Every move you make, every command you give, serves as a design greater than you. As you wish, my master.
The transmission flickers out, leaving Dooku staring into the void where Sidious had been. His face, unmasked by the hologram's glow, was hard, thoughtful, a proud man gnawed by suspicion, and for the first time, by fear not of his enemies, but of the master he has sworn to submit himself to. He has crushed fleets, toppled worlds, yet still the galaxy admires the Jedi. What is conquest worth if his master twists every outcome to keep the Order untarnished? The Senate grows louder with each session, divided between those who demand Jedi involvement and those who defend their independence. In the Temple, the Council resists every attempt to bind them to war, even as their defiance earns mounting hostility. Palpatine's patience thins, his crafted mask cracking as he waits for the moment to strike. Anakin, caught between the Council's restraint, Padme's pleas, and Palpatine's temptations, drifts deeper into inner turmoil. Across the galaxy, faith in the Jedi wavers, while shadows lengthen around the Republic's heart. With each passing day, Dooku's getting more and more impatient, and the time comes when he doesn't listen to his master and decides to act on his own. The Separatist onslaught over Coruscant shakes the city to its core, as dreadnoughts and droid swarms descend in relentless waves. At the heart of the chaos stands Count Dooku, no longer following Sidious's whispers, but striking out on his own. Determined to seize Palpatine and to end the war on his terms. His assault is ruthless, calculated not for Sidious's design, but for his own gambit of power. Yet the Jedi, freed from the burden of commanding countless battlefronts, respond with clarity and speed. Anakin and Obi-Wan cut their way through the flagship's defenses, their blades blazing until at last they reach the throne chamber, where Dooku awaits with regal composure beside a curiously unshaken Palpatine. Dooku rose, his gaze settled on Anakin first, then on Obi-Wan.
Ah, the Chosen One and his ever-dutiful master. The Council sends its prize pupil and its hound. Predictable. Tell me, Skywalker, do
you ever tired of being their weapon, sent to clean up their failures? The last time we met, you ran. This time, I won't give you that chance. Your bravado is louder than your skill. I cut you down once, boy. Your rage makes you predictable. It always has.
Do not let him provoke you, Anakin. Dooku thrives on pride. He wants you reckless.
Reckless or not, I'll see you brought down. You've led armies that burned worlds, butchered millions. Your time is over. Spare me the righteous indignation. You speak as though the Republic is pure, as though your Senate is not drowned in corruption. You fight for politicians who squander lives as callously as I. At least I do not hide my power behind lies of peace.
Peace may falter, but it has not fallen. You choose betrayal, Dooku. You abandon everything you once swore to protect.
Perhaps I abandoned illusions. Nothing more. But enough talk.
Dooku's mouth curves into the faintest of smiles, and the duel begins. The clash was fierce, echoing with the hum of energy and the crash of metal. Obi-Wan matches Dooku's refined precision, his movements defensive, precise, methodical. Anakin surged forward with raw power and relentless aggression, his strikes driving Dooku back step by step. For all his mastery, the Count was forced into retreat. At last, Dooku was unarmed, kneeling on the floor, his breath ragged after the duel. Anakin stands over him, saber raised, uncertain and tense. From his seat, Palpatine gives the order to strike. Anakin hesitates, the weight of the command pressing heavily on him. Before he can act, Obi-Wan steps in, steady and resolute, blocking the moment with his presence. The decision is made. Dooku will live. Clone guards enter swiftly, bind the Count and drag him away, leaving the chamber in the uneasy silence. Coruscant trembles under anticipation. The grand convocation chamber is swollen with senators, their pods floating in rings upon rings of light. The galleries are packed with civilians, envoys, and Jedi. This is not merely a trial. It is a spectacle, a defining moment for the Republic. At the center of it all stands Count Dooku, bound in energy shackles, but upright, his bearing still proud. His eyes flick across the chamber, lingering a heartbeat on Anakin and Obi-Wan seated among the Jedi. Supreme Chancellor Palpatine presides from the central podium. His voice, carried by amplifiers, flows across the vast rotunda, calm yet heavy with righteous gravity.
Honored senators, citizens of the Republic, we gather to deliver justice. Before you stands Count Dooku, once a Jedi, now a traitor, a mastermind of war. His separatist armies have slaughtered millions. His plots have torn worlds asunder. His ambition has drowned the galaxy in blood.
Murmurs ripple through the pods. Some senators nod with conviction. Others glance uneasily at one another. Palpatine allows silence to settle before continuing, voice tightening, calculated for impact.
The Jedi were clear. He would stand trial, and he has. He is guilty beyond question. His crimes are countless, his remorse absent. For such villainy, there can be only one sentence: death.
Gasps echo across the chamber. Some pods erupt in applause, but many shift nervously. The word feels heavy, final, against the promise of a fair trial. Dooku's head lifts, his lips curl into something between a laugh and a sneer, a sound so bitter it silences the Senate.
How swiftly the mask slips. Not even the pretense of justice. Only execution decreed by the man who profits most from this war. You think me guilty? Oh, I am. But what of him?
His finger lifts, trembling with restrained fury, pointing at the Chancellor.
What of the true architect? You call me a tyrant, but I was only a servant. He is Darth Sidious.
The chamber erupts. Pods lurch forward, senators shouting over one another. Mas Amata bellows, his voice amplified.
Lies, slander from a broken man. The Count seeks only to drag others into his disgrace.
Palpatine lowers his head slightly, adopting a look of wounded dignity, though his eyes glint with menace. His voice flows smooth, silken, even as the noise roils.
You see the desperation of a condemned traitor, faced with justice. He spins tales to escape the noose. Would you trust the word of a man who betrayed both Jedi and Republic?
Dooku straightens, his shackles crackling, his voice thunderous now, filling every crevice of the rotunda.
You fools! Every battle, every slaughter, he commanded it. He orchestrated both sides, Republic and Separatist alike. I was his pawn, nothing more. And you would let him continue.
The Senate convulses in chaos. Some senators cry denial, others demand inquiry. The air feels charged, every word another fracture in the Republic's fragile trust. In the Jedi gallery, Obi-Wan leans forward, his face grim. Mace Windu's gaze is unblinking, his suspicion long brewing, now hardening into certainty. But it is Anakin who reacts most visibly. His fists tight, his breathing sharp. He whispers, unable to stop himself.
He isn't lying. I can feel it. He's telling the truth.
Obi-Wan turns sharply toward him, reading the turmoil in his apprentice's face. Palpatine, too, hears it, and his mask begins to crack. His voice lashes out, sharper, harsher than the Senate has ever heard.
You doubt me, Anakin. After all I have done for you, you would side with this traitor.
Anakin's chest heaves. He looks from Palpatine to Obi-Wan, and the years of subtle manipulation unravel in his mind. The flattery, the promises, the whispered doubts about the Jedi. At last, he sees the design.
No, I see it now. You've been using me. Using all of us.
A stunned hush falls. The Senate, the Jedi, the civilians, all lean in, listening. Palpatine's expression hardens, the veneer of kindness shredded. His voice rises, stripped of all restraint.
Ungrateful child. Without me, you would be nothing. I offered you greatness beyond the Jedi's chains, and you throw it away. You choose them over me.
The chamber trembles with silence. The Chancellor's words echo like thunder. For the first time, the Senate glimpses him not as a savior, but as something darker, more dangerous. Dooku allows himself a bitter smile, grim satisfaction etched in his wary face.
There he is, the true master of this war. Darth Sidious, revealed by his own tongue.
Panic ripples. Some loyalist senators shout denials, but others stare in horror, their faith crumbling. The web is unraveling. Palpatine, seeing his empire of lies collapsing, no longer hides. He rises to his full height, his cloak swirling, his voice booming with Sith fury.
Enough! Then let the veil be torn. I am
Darth Sidious.
This republic is mine to command, and those who oppose me will be crushed.
Pods jolt in their rings. Blasters half raise. The Senate guards hesitate. The crimson-robed aides do not. Two rush the dais with electropikes. Mace Windu is already moving, violet blade ignited in his hand. 2 precise strokes, and the space before the Chancellor clears. In the galleries, Bail Organa drags a stunned colleague behind a rail. Padme finds a live mic and cuts through the panic with measured cadence.
Upper galleries. Exit left to right. Follow the blue beacons. Stay low.
Sidious lifts a hand. Lightning rips from his fingertips. The first fork chews the podium. The second hunts Windu. Mace angles his blade and blocks the lightning with his blade. Smoke curls where his boots were an instant before. Palpatine sees he's cornered and resorts to the only card left in his hand.
Execute Order 66!
The command echoes across guard channels. The Coruscant Guard pivot as one. Rifles snap up. The first volleys blaze toward the Jedi without hesitation or confusion. Obi-Wan sprints to the gallery edge, swatting a storm of red fire aside before it can reach the evacuating tiers. Yoda arrives at the center in a blur of green. The Senate pod retches free, shrieking towards the Council. Anakin makes his move and jumps in front of it, driving it off its line with a force push. The pod skims a support ring and explodes into an empty tier. Sidious watches him over the hiss of wreckage.
Well done, Anakin. You're sharper than ever. Join me and gain the ultimate power you've always wanted.
Anakin doesn't even react, focused, and is in a flow state, solely intent on stopping Sidious. The wound of the Chancellor's betrayal fresh in his mind. Shock troopers flood the floor. Blue-trimmed Senate commandos crash in from auxiliary doors and meet the clones head-on. Masamada, pale and shaking, finally speaks up.
Senate commandos, focused on protecting non-combatants.
On the prison dais, Dooku twists in his binders, noticing what Palpatine's next move will be.
The beacon, Master Windu. He'll take the emergency pedestal.
Sidious breaks off the fight with Mace and sprints for the broadcast column, the planet-wide alert net. One message there and Coruscant hears Jedi coup before anyone can draw a breath. Enough of a distraction for him to escape and regroup. Mace suddenly feels a shatter point. The Chancellor's rostrum sits on a power spine that feeds the floor grid, a structural weak point. Master Windu vaults. A single cut shears the rostrum's frame. Lights gutter as the underfloor shielding dies. Sidious lands at the pedestal, slaps the activation, and feels nothing. Its lift slumps half a meter and locks. Out of options and staring down Mace, Yoda, and Anakin, he resorts to his only chance at victory.
Anakin, everything I did for you. The Jedi would never value you, never truly understand you. Not like I do.
Enough. I see through your lies now. You never cared for me, never understood me. Only sought to manipulate me. It all ends here, Sidious.
Sidious abandons words. He strikes for Anakin's center line. Anakin meets the blow, sends his saber upwards. Windu seizes the opportunity and notices an opening, striking high at an unbalanced Sidious while Anakin strikes low. Palpatine blocks both attacks in a blaze of speed, flipping back only to face Yoda right in front of him, who knocks Palpatine's red saber loose. Palpatine attempts a powerful burst of Force lightning at Yoda, but it's no use. The Grand Master simply catches the blow and easily dissipates it. Sidious has lost as all three Masters point their sabers at his throat. Anakin, in his anger, prepares to strike him down.
Anakin, no. We take him alive. Do not allow the darkness to overtake you. It's not the Jedi way.
Anakin hesitates, but realizes Mace is right.
Anakin,
Anakin's reply cuts him off. He dips his blade a fraction and replies with a single precise cut, slicing Sidious's hand at the wrist. The grim is clear on Sidious's face, unable to fathom what Anakin has just done. The last shock troopers firing are stunned or disarmed. Obi-Wan turns a final stray bolt into the dead rostrum. The chamber finally breathes. After the situation dies down, an emergency session of the Senate adjourns. Bail Organa and Padme set a motion to remove the Chancellor and charge him with treason, which clears with flying colors. Dooku supplies dates, vessel IDs, shell companies, the Camino trial, and the encrypted routes that terminate in the Chancellor's office. For her heroics, Padme is unanimously voted as the new Chancellor. In the end, the Jedi hold true to themselves as guardians and resist the temptation of the dark side. That's our theory. The Star Wars universe is a galaxy filled with exciting stories and possibilities, and we love exploring them. If you'd like to join us on this journey to a galaxy far, far away, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.